Today is day 5, 45-day challenge that I am doing to my birthday, to my 40th birthday. So I guess 40 days from now. November 4th is my birthday. I turned 40 years old. I had a dream that I created in my early 20s that I will reveal on my 40th birthday. But basically, it's that I will be in total control of my life, every aspect of my life. Anyway, so this is day 5 of 45-day challenge that I post 3 videos on 3 different platforms. So it's YouTube, David Clare, Facebook, David Clare, Instagram, Clare David. All right, today's topic it's kind of a mix. First part is accountability. It's going to be about accountability and forgiveness. Accountability first, so you understand where I come from on forgiveness. Accountability for me, and it was in a book that I haven't read that was written by a friend of a friend. His name is, I believe it's Jay Fissett. It's called Reframe the Blame. I've never met the guy. Guess he's a Canadian. He's doing well up there. His thing is all about accountability. And I believe, again, I haven't read the book, but what I understand from conversation is that the book has 2 parts to it. There's 2 levels or 2 parts to accountability. The first is victimhood. People believe that for whatever reason that people are out to get them, or their life is the way it is because they always think that there's always someone else to blame for their situations, for their results. Okay, some things happen in life. You can stay there or you can move on. But ultimately, none of your problems exist without you. So, whatever level of accountability you want to take, I take 100%. If you want to start at 25%, 50%, 75%, 80, whatever percent you want to take. But no, none of your problems exist or existed before you involved in it. The people that are in your life. And we'll get into this deeper on another video about why the same people keep showing up in your life. Ultimately, it comes down to it's the same person. But we can go much deeper than that. The second part that he talks about is entitlement. I used to think I was entitled. I studied read a lot of books, have a big library, have a bunch of DVDs, watch videos. I've studied the experts, the thought thinkers, the pioneers, everyone that I believe are the leaders in self-development, self-discovery, whatever you want to call it, self-empowerment. I've done coach trainings with one of the greatest, if not the greatest coach, and another amazing coach who's probably at the same level is the one that I was in LA. So I have great information to share, a great understanding, I believe, of how humanity exists, how we function as together as one, and how we function individually. So, but my entitlement was that I had all this information, and for whatever reason, I used to think that God or universe or whatever you want to call it would just give me my success. But it wasn't until I wrote The Filtered Soul that I realized that it takes a lot of consistency. It took me probably 3 to 4 hours at least a day for 2 months after I wrote the rough draft, rewriting and doing the cover and editing and getting feedback and writing the book and sending it out to people and getting feedback and rewriting and wash and repeat. 2 months, 7 days a week, at least 3 to 4 hours a day. On the weekends, even 6-7 hours. But anyway, so I used to think I was entitled, that I just deserved success because I studied. But the test was life. was the actions. That was the test. So I was studying, but I wasn't testing. So I didn't know if it was working or not. But luckily, I've been meeting some amazing people lately in the last few months. Basically, since I wrote the book, I'm telling you, if you have any desire to write a book, write a book. But anyway, this isn't about writing books. This is about accountability and forgiveness. So, and then I have a third way of how people lack accountability, and that is helpless. For whatever reason, people think they're helpless. And I believe part of it is that we've been conditioned that way. If you pay attention to the media will tell you everything that's wrong with you. Watch the news, it'll tell you what's wrong with everyone in the world. But it's not everyone. It's such a small percentage. It's such a tiny percentage that it's almost irrelevant. But it is relevant because it's real. And it's vulgar, and it's vicious, and it's cruel. But most people have been trained to think that they're helpless. And then they retrain themselves daily by having helpless thoughts. Like, well, I can't do that. Oh, that'd be nice to have that, but who am I? Yeah, that's not going to get you anywhere. Being helpless is not going to get you anywhere. So anyway, I talked about the 3 parts of the accountability, which again is victimhood. You think everything is everyone else's fault, which Wayne Dyer, who's one of the guys I've studied, has a saying, and I think I'm just going to paraphrase, I don't know if I have it word for word, but he says that if you think everyone else is the source of all your problems, that means the whole world needs to go to the therapist for you to get better. That's not going to help. Try that. Try changing one person. You think it's tough to change you? Try changing someone else. Try changing your whole family. Try changing your whole workforce. You can only change one person. So, don't be a victim. Entitled. You're not entitled to anything. You have to earn what you want. No, you're not given anything. At least of any consequence, of anything that's great. You're not going to be given success. You have to earn success. And you have to struggle. Sometimes you hit the express lane and you get quantum leaps and great things happen. Sometimes you're stuck in the mud and you have to build yourself and work your way out. And that is when you build a lot of strength. And the third is helpless. You're not helpless. Well, you may be helpless. You may think you're helpless, but you're not. You can function. You can be successful if you want. It may take a little bit longer than it takes someone else. I've been studying self-development since spring of 2001. Over 18 years I've been studying self-development. And now I honestly believe the universe is lining up for me. And that's exciting about being 40 because that's going totally on with my dream. But anyway, what forgiveness? I was in a conversation this morning on Facebook inside of a coaching group I'm in that we were talking about forgiveness. And the way I see it is I'm 100% accountable, responsible, whatever term you want to pronounce. What's in my life, I created it. I drew it in through the law of attraction. I was there. I contributed to it. I made that happen. So if I'm the person who created the events, created the people, created the circumstances, conditions, situations, all that stuff, I am the only person I can forgive. There's no one else to blame. I can try blaming people, but where's the power in that? You're giving the power to someone else. If you want to be successful, you have to lead, but you still have to take responsibility for yourself, for who you are, what you did. You did it. You can forgive it. Just imagine that life is like a big eraser board. All the little stuff that bothers you is on this big eraser board. So you get the eraser out and you erase 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 and you erase. And all of a sudden more white starts showing up and there's less black or whatever color. All of a sudden, bam, less. But you're always going to have to forgive. If you're breathing, if you can hear this, if you can watch this, you have something to forgive. And if you think you don't, wait till you get upset. Discover why you're upset. It's not someone else's fault. It's something internally in you. Like Wayne Dyer said, another Wayne Dyer idea is that when you squeeze an orange, what do you get? You get orange juice. When you get stressed or squeezed, what comes out of you? That's right. It's no one else's. It's yours. It's your orange juice. Claim it. Good night.